when you and Conor do fight, it's like, what version of Conor is Chandler going to fight? Because it's kind of up in the air. You know, if you look at the Aldo tape when he was at 45, well, that doesn't make much sense. You look when he fought Eddie Alvarez, he's different even when he was at 55. Look at the Nate Diaz fights, I guess. The Khabib, I guess. And then do we know what weight class you're fighting at? Is that 70, I think Dana said?
I think it's a 170, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
It's not 155, and it's not 185 like we were joking. I don't think. I would love to fight at 185, but 170. I think it's going to be once. Yeah, I think it's going to be 170. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and I think Conor's been carrying around this new weight that he's been building for the last 2 years. He's been carrying around for about the last year or so. I've been carrying this body mass around for the last 15 years.
You woke up like
it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how he performs or what kind of fight style he's going to be, how well he moves. Are we going to see the Aldo type, karate stance fight in, like he was at 45? Are we going to see more of a precision striking killer like he was against Alvarez, like you said, or is he going to be a little bit slower, less movement, less whatever, because now he's a little bit heavier, put on some muscle mass. So we'll see. I
also think this is the first time in Conor's career he's fighting a guy who has more knockout power than him. I think it's the very first fight he's ever had where he's fighting a guy who actually hits harder than he does.
I believe that, for me, but I also think he knows that, which excites me, but everybody knows a typical Michael Chandler fight, man. I'm going to put my foot on the gas, get in his face, put him on his back foot early and try to knock him out. My Mystic Mike prediction, I knock him out in the second round. I beat him up pretty bad, wear him down in the first, make him second guess himself. And then bam, hit him with a hard one in the second. He goes down and we jump on the cage, maybe a backflip. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe a backflip. I assume a backflip. For you too, it's like with this Conor fight, you're at 155, but you're going to fight Conor at 70. You beat Conor. You're probably the biggest name at 55. So you go right back to 50. Do you think a win over Conor gives you the title shot at 55? I would assume so.
I never say never, and I'm never going to say that I deserve that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that could be in the cards because, UFC knows what good business is. They know it's all about attention, big names, big fights, especially when I finish Conor the way I think I'm going to in a dominant fashion. It could very well be in the cards, and I would love to go out there and, fight Islam or whoever has the title at that point.
Would you stay at 70? Would you consider staying at 70 if they go, we'll give you a title shot, but it's at 70? Because it's kind of it's kind of jumbled up,
Shoot, I mean, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It depends on if it's a title shot, obviously, but it'd have to be the right matchup at 170.
Colby Covington.
Colby would be a good fight. I would love that Colby fight. I loved the idea of the Masvidal fight, man. I wish him well in retirement. I loved that fight. Diaz, I'm sure Diaz is going to end up coming back.
Agreed.
And he'll fight at 170, So like there's some cool, big, fun fights out there too. If I don't get the title shot. But like I said, I don't think I deserve a title shot necessarily, but if they give it to me, I ain't saying no.
Yep. Hell no.